Hello friends, for our read aloud lesson today, we're going to be reading a part of this book, and this book is called From Seed to Plant by Gail Gibbons. It is a non-fiction book. It's all real information, even though it has illustrations instead of photographs. In this book, what I want you to pay attention is to the 4 steps that it takes a seed to become a plant. For our writing today, we're going to be writing about the life cycle of a plant, and you're going to be adding those 4 steps to your writing today. So pay close attention. I will point out when the picture changes to a new step, and your job is going to be to remember what's important about that step and remember what happens during that step. So this is called From Seed to Plant by Gail Gibbons. I'm going to flip closer to the end of the book where we're going to read about those steps. We're going to start with step number 1. The beginning of a plant is curled up inside each seed. Food is stored inside the seed too. The seed has a seed coat on the outside to protect it. And you might have noticed yesterday when we read the book about plants, they talked about in bean plants that the seed coat has to come off of the plant before it can start to grow. So this is step 1, and the label even says that this is a bean plant, so something we're also growing for science. Very cool. A seed will not sprout until certain things happen. First, it must be in or on the soil. Then it needs rain to soak the seed and soften its seed coat. So that's why we added water to our science experiment. It softens the seed coat so the seed coat can come off of the seed. So this was our step number 1. Let's move on to step number 2. Step number 2, we have what's called germination, where the seed starts to grow, and also the roots. Those are the 2 important parts of step number 2. When the sun shines and warms the ground, the seed coat breaks open and the seed begins to grow. This is called germination. A root grows down into the soil. The root takes in water and minerals from the soil for food. So step number 2, our important parts are the germination and the root. This is step number 3, and step number 3 we have what's called the shoot. Shoot is another word for stem. We use the word shoot when we talk about any type of plant. Stem is usually used for things like flowers, but for any plant we can call this a shoot. It shoots up from the ground. And then the other important part of step number 3 is the leaves. Up grows a shoot. Green leaves grow up from the shoot towards the sun. The plant grows bigger and bigger. The leaves make food for the plant from the water and the minerals in the soil, the sunlight, and the air all around the plant. So we still see those important parts. I see the roots growing here. I see the shoot growing up. We even have some branches coming off of the shoot now, and lots of leaves. This is what will happen to our bean plant. And last but not least, we have step number 4. Finally, the plant is full grown. Buds on the plant open into flowers where new seeds will grow. So the last thing that happens in the life cycle of a plant is some type of bud or flower grows on the plant, and this is where the new seeds will come from. So what will happen to those seeds is we'll start right over again. Back to step 1, and it moves in a circle, just like it moves in a circle for butterflies and chickens. The life cycle of a plant is also a circle with 4 steps. For your writing today, you're going to be writing about this life cycle and also drawing a life cycle picture.